Good morning, everyone. All right, where are we? Well, I guess generally we're in the Flatbush Avenue area. This right here is Flatbush Avenue. We're in the Prospect Lefferts Gardens area. Guess you could also call it the Flatbush area of Brooklyn. Prospect Park South. Hope everyone's doing well. It's been a while since we did a walk. It is March 6th. That is what time it, well, what day it is. It's around 11. It's around 11 in the morning right now. Right now we're gonna start walking along Flatbush Avenue. What I want to do is get down to Church Avenue. So we'll do a little bit of Flatbush, and then we'll get onto Church Avenue. So basically, you could say that this walk is going to be from Prospect Lefferts / Flatbush down through into Kensington, Brooklyn. That's going to be the neighborhoods we're going to be going through. Although I would, once we get to Church Avenue, I guess you would consider that Prospect Park South, Flatbush. What does it matter, right? We're in Brooklyn. We're in the nitty-gritty streets of Brooklyn. Flatbush Avenue, very busy road. A lot of commercial stuff going on. You got a lot of businesses, a lot of stores, supermarkets. A lot of traffic. That is what you'll see on Flatbush Avenue. So Prospect Lefferts to Kensington. A little bit of a walk. It's not a big long. I don't know if it's going to be a big long walk. We'll see. I always feel like once we get onto Church and you get down to like McDonald's Avenue, it's not really a crazy far walk, but it's a walk. For most people, it's a walk. This is spring training for me. I just came off of a little break. So I gotta get used to holding the camera, and I just gotta get back into that whole routine now. It's a little hard when you haven't been talking on camera for about a week. I think it's been a week. It's gonna take me a little time to get warmed up. If you're wondering, the temperature right now is a very chilly 43 degrees. we have had, pretty rainy week. It's been very damp, very rainy this week. And it's going to continue. I mean, we're in a very wet pattern, but a lot better than snow. So you can tell pretty much all the snow is gone. If we see snow, it's going to be, piles, like that were plowed on a corner or something like that. But most of the snow is gone. We had some really heavy rain last night, though. I mean, we've had a couple of days of really heavy rain. Last night, last night was like your typical type of like thunderstorm, rainstorm kind of thing. From about 8 p.m. to about midnight, it was really pouring. It was windy, it was pouring. The only thing we didn't have was lightning and thunder. All right, this is Church Avenue right here. And right there is the Flatbush Avenue Church. A very old historic church, complete with a graveyard. There is a graveyard there. Across the street. Very beautiful church. And over there you can see the graveyard over there. Alright, now we're gonna walk along Church Avenue. You're going to see a lot of people on this walk. There's a very busy area. Everyone's out here shopping. I guess we'll cross over. Yeah, there's a lot of loud horns today. You have this guy carrying a big load. This right here is Ocean Avenue, and it will take you down to the ocean if you go back this way. That truck driver, he thinks he's a train. All right, here we go. Got a truck driver who wants to be a train going through a railroad crossing. Alright, so this walk, we're going to just take this through over down to, I guess, McDonald Avenue. Probably go past McDonald Avenue for a little while. There's nothing much left. There's nothing much left to Church Avenue after you pass McDonald Avenue. So we'll just, we'll walk the whole distance, I guess. Well, the remaining distance. There's a lot. Church Avenue is a very big road. We only got on at Flatbush Avenue. Alright, the street pedestrian traffic should now start, well, as you can tell, should really start thinning out now. We got out of the really busy commercial area. We're going to be going through a residential area next. And then we're going to be, towards the ends of the walk, it'll get all back to like a commercial like area with all the stores and stuff. This is Bobby's department store on my left and on my right across the street. They got a location on both sides of the street. A big mainstay of Church Avenue for the years. Now you're going to see some really nice homes on these corners as we walk through. I guess you could say the northern part of Ditmas Park neighborhood with all these old historic colonial homes. Look at this one on the corner. Look at that, that's a big house. Get a good view right now in the winter time. Well, actually it's spring. Correction, it is spring now. Spring starts officially on March 20. This year, you know, if you want to go exact, they have like the exact time. It's like March 20th at like 10:30 in the morning or something. So it is still winter, but it's the very end of winter. And we're not going to have any more of those winter temperatures anymore. Those days are finished, so If you're worried about cold weather, you know, like we had this year, which was a ridiculous winter, don't worry, it's gone. So, it's another nice home right here. This is Marlborough Road. Nice big house. But yeah, if anything, the temperatures are going to really warm up this weekend. Well, not this weekend. I would say by early next week. I think they're predicting even a 70-degree temperature next week. So we'll have to see about that. Look at this home. Look at that window. Look at those stained glass windows. Get that green home across the street, around the corner. What we're gonna do is we're gonna get back across the street. Looks like we got some commercial real estate again. See that nice blue home right there? So one thing about the homes along Church Avenue and even in Ditmas Park, they're very colorful. They got all these nice colors to them. They look like, I like to call them, they look like Monopoly homes. I almost said Monopoly, guys. Monopoly homes, the little, you know, little plastic Monopoly homes you're playing the game, like the red, green.
Like I tell her, like,
another nice home over here on the corner of Westminster Road, right? Is that the name of this? Look at that home right there. It's a pretty interesting looking home. Looks like we got Coney Island Avenue coming up. So Coney Island Avenue, we're going to stop there and just take a look around. It goes Rocky's Pizzeria way out there, but this is where we will be crossing into the Kensington section of Brooklyn. So now we're going to be in the Kensington section. I'll give you guys a look around because I'm going to get stopped at the light here. So give you guys a look around Coney Island Avenue and Church. And this will take you all the way down to Brighton Beach. All right, here we go. Been walking about 20 minutes now. It's the bookstore on the corner of East 8th Street. It's called Lofty Pigeon Books is the name of the store. Lofty Pigeon Books. We still got to cross Ocean Parkway. We should be good after that. I don't think there's any really big avenues to cross after we get over Ocean Parkway. A lot of these big rig tractors you see driving, they're on their way probably onto Ocean Parkway. And that is because that is where you get on for the Prospect Expressway over to the Gowanus. So you see a lot of those big trucks turning. They're turning to get onto the highway. Once we get across Ocean Parkway, we shouldn't have a lot of this noisy tractor traffic. I mean, probably see some trucks on the other side of the road coming this way, but it shouldn't be that crazy. Here it is, Ocean Parkway. What we're going to do is we're actually going to cross over. This is the biggest intersection you're going to find on Church Avenue right here. A lot of roadways. You got to really watch when you're crossing over here. Of course, you also have these walk and bike lanes that'll take you all the way down. Also, this will take you down to Coney Island or Brighton Beach. Now, there's a highway I was telling you. So this is where pretty much turns into the Prospect Expressway. You can see them going down there. Alright, we should start seeing storefronts again. I was telling you guys earlier when I started to walk around the beginning of the walk, it's 43 degrees today. It's not cold. I mean, 43 is not cold. That's normal type of temperature this time of year. It might be cold for people down in Florida, but I put my winter coats away. My 2 big winter coats are in the closet. They are not coming back out. So I switched over to my spring jackets, and whenever you have like weather like this, I just throw like a windbreaker liner underneath. That's all. So it's enough to keep me warm. Corner Pizza Italian restaurant. I have never stopped in here, so I don't know. I couldn't tell you if it's good. It looks like a good place. All these nice pictures on the wall. It looks like very, very 70s, 80s. It's got the, you know, the red, like the red splashes in there with the old wooden kind of tables that you would see in like a pizza place in the 1970s. Think Pizza Wagon, Bay Ridge, like that. Some of the best pizza places in Brooklyn have not changed their decor since they opened, and that's usually, sometimes that's a good sign. That's a good pizza place, because they know their stuff is so good that they don't need to renovate. People will still come there. They'll sit on milk crates if it's good enough. We are getting close to the end of Church Avenue, guys. So this walk is going to be ending soon. Beverly Road right here. Looks like they turned this into like a public seating area. Look at that. This used to be a street, and it looks like they've closed it down. Got this big food truck. I wonder if they're paying that guy to keep the street closed. Alright, here's McDonald Avenue. I'm not gonna definitely play chicken with a truck. Day Hill Road. And by the way, yeah, Buzzarama has been gone for years. I believe is that what they did? I remember they were tearing it down. That's where it used to be. Right over there. Kalam's Bazaar, is that how you pronounce that? I don't know. That is what used to be where Buzzarama was. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, Buzzarama was a slot car racing track that we would all come down and race our slot cars over the years. It was a big deal. Well, it looks like we're at the end here, guys. This is the end of Church Avenue. I want to thank everybody for tagging along. So first walk back wasn't much of a long one. It was only around 33 minutes. And I am going to stop it right here. Give you guys a look around. I mean, you could... Church Avenue still goes down for about a block or two. There's really nothing down there. You can see all the traffic getting onto Church Avenue. Alright guys, I want to thank everybody for taking along, and I will catch you all on the next one. So take care and bye bye.